I've had my share of legal problems in the past, and it's always rough on the family. I mean, I bet you feel all this pressure to be strong, and at the same time, you're beating yourself up, wondering if there was more you could do to help your husband from going to prison. Trust me, you're always going to feel that way. It wasn't your fault.
But it is my fault. I am the reason Vimal went to jail.
How do you figure that?
I mean, you know, if I'd been here in Landview, Vimal would never have gone into that genetics lab, and he would have never deceived people into thinking that they'd fathered babies when they hadn't, and vice versa.
My wife should be here by now. I hope nothing's wrong.
I hope she didn't find something better to do. Or someone.
Hey, not my Rama. Especially not now. We're expecting a child. Is that you, my little muskmellow? Oh, you're not Rama.
No, I'm not. I'm Dr. Marty Saybrook.
Yes, I know you.
You do?
Of course, from the genetics lab.
She could be blackmailing you. Tell me, how long have you been dating John McBain?
A while now, right, Cal? But dating might be a little bit of a stretch. But scratching an itch is more like it.
So what? Why do you care what Kelly does?
Doesn't bother me.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
So that's why the second you found out, you punched John? You did what?
You better be telling me.
Wait, so you punched John McBain and you didn't think it was worth mentioning?
It wasn't. All right, Aubrey, I forgot about it as soon as it happened.
You don't just forget something like that. And if it was over another woman, what am I missing? Someone needs to fill me in now.
Your husband's an adult. He made a decision, and now he has to take responsibility.
I just can't help thinking I could have done something.
I know how you feel. Look, when my fiancée and I split up, I couldn't stop thinking that I could have prevented it. You know what? She cheated on me. It was her choice. Your husband didn't need you to tell him that he was breaking the law. He did that. And breaking the law has consequences.
Jim Buchanan is such a powerful man. Even behind bars, he can just make things happen. And besides, you'll be out of a job, Vimal. Your family back home expects you to send money home. I mean, they'll have nothing, and neither will your family.
What are you saying?
I didn't get a chance to tell you this before, but we're being blessed, Vimal.
We're gonna have a baby?
Still knowing that Vimal is in prison day after day after day. Oh my God, the prison! I'm supposed to be there right now.
I'm sorry, you must have me confused with someone else. I'm here to see my son, Cole Thornhart.
Thornhart's in Group D. This session's in Group C.
No, I'm sure the last... Oh, maybe they changed the schedule. I haven't been here for quite a while. I was in the hospital. Oh, okay, well, what day does Group D meet now?
Check at the sign-in desk.
Okay, all right, thank you.
Wait, please, Dr. Saybrook. Perhaps you don't remember me, but I know it was you in the lab that night.
What night?
The night that I played God. I tampered with some DNA tests. I ruined so many lives, and you were right there, just a couple feet away from me. So I just can't help but feel that somehow my fate is intertwined with yours.
Oh my gosh, how am I going to get to the prison in time? I came here with Joey and Aubrey, but now they're busy. Maybe there's a bus I can take.
You're not going to take the bus. I'll give you a ride.
No, I couldn't bother you.
It's not a bother. My car's right outside. Come on.
Yes, I suppose I do remember you, but I didn't realize why you were in the lab that night. I'm sorry that it brought you here.
Not as sorry as I am, I can assure you.
Well, I hope you get out soon. I need to get going.
No, please, can you stay for just a moment? I think about you often. How focused you were when you walked into the lab. You shunted me aside to use that computer.
Did I?
You had work to do. Entering information, printing stuff out. You're a professional. I was, too, until that fateful night. You came upon me at a crossroads, Dr. Saybrook. When you walked into that lab, I should have taken it as a sign. A chance to stop myself from making the biggest mistake of my life.
Yeah, well, you know what they say about hindsight.
Why didn't I walk out of that room the moment you walked in? Now that I'm gonna have a child of my own, I can't imagine a more horrible crime. To lie about a man's paternity doesn't get any worse than that.
whatever happens between Kelly and John has nothing to do with us.
I wish. You came after John pretty hard, Joey, right after you found out he and I were involved.
Wait a second. No, don't make it sound like I was jealous.
Weren't you?
Of course not.
Oh, come on. Give Aubrey some credit. She might be a lot of things, but stupid isn't one of them.
That thing with John, that had to do with my sister.
Your sister.
Natalie was engaged to the guy, so when I found out that he and Kelly were...
I don't need you to judge me for whatever guy I choose to see.
Oh, right. Okay, so you and John are just seeing each other.
We're both adults. What's wrong with that?
Well, what's wrong with that is he was engaged to my sister.
Uh-huh. He was engaged to her. He didn't marry her because she lied to him.
And then you just showed up.
That's because he needed someone to confide in. I think that's pretty natural if we ended up connecting so well.
On Valentine's Day.
What's wrong with that? What's your point with that?
You and John hooked up on Valentine's Day.
Wait a minute. That's the day we got married. So Kelly got drunk and ended up in John's bed on our wedding day.
Why is that a big deal?
Oh, isn't it obvious? You hooked up with John because I married somebody else. You couldn't take it.
Yeah. And now I'm with someone else, and you can't take it.
We're going.
True, Joey? Kelly's with someone else and you can't handle it?
Kelly doesn't know what she's talking about. Why are you listening to her and not me?
Well,
I told you why I went after John. All right? I was defending Natalie.
there's no other reason at all?
Okay, fine. I didn't like that you and John hooked up in the storage room. How'd that happen? Kelly, was that just some sort of crazy coincidence that you and John hooked up in the same place where we almost...
Where you and Kelly almost what?
Well, you're right. To deceive someone about the paternity of a child is a terrible thing. You must have had your reasons.
Shallow reasons. I feared for my job. I remember it so clearly, my heart pounding as I waited for you to leave the lab. You were at that computer for such a long time. It seemed like forever to just print out one document. I could have used that time to come to my senses, walk away.
You gotta stop torturing yourself. You know, what's done is done.
How can you know?
Oh, I do know.
How can you?
Well, we might have a little more in common than you think.
Rama! My jasmine flower.
Okay, I'll be leaving you two alone. Nice talking to you. Bye.
Who's that woman?
The doctor who walked into the genetics lab the night that when I changed those results.
Oh, yeah, you said that when she came in, you almost left.
If only I had, then I'd be at home with you, preparing for our child. Take off your coat. I want to see your baby bump.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh, my bad.
Oh,
I'll get that for you. Maternity results for Natalie. Thanks. What are you doing with those?
What exactly happened between you and Kelly in the storeroom? Or do I have to ask Kelly?
No, Aubrey, I told you already, all right? We got locked in the storeroom together. It was months ago.
I remember. I also remember you said nothing happened.
That's right. Nothing happened.
I've heard enough. More than enough.
I need you to tell me right now why you never mentioned anything about that fight with John McBain.
Aubrey, I've said all I'm gonna say. I don't want to talk about it anymore.
Joey, are you sorry you married me?
Oh my God, of course not. Aubrey, I love you. I mean, why would you ask something like that? It's all yours.
I hate to say this, but, you know, maybe Marty's right. You and Kelly, you're not some revenge thing. It's just real. Why were you holding that picture? And why do I keep asking you questions that I know you're not going to answer? It doesn't want to go on.
Please take off your coat.
Vimal, it's freezing. I don't want the baby to catch a cold.
Rama, that's scientifically impossible.
Vimal, I do not want to take my coat off, okay?
Okay, sorry. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. I snapped at you. It's just this whole situation is just so hard.
Clint Buchanan is taking care of you, right? After everything I've done for him?
Oh yeah, he's been quite generous. I'm living in his mansion now, in the lap of luxury.
But you're there all alone, without your husband. I hate to think of you so unhappy.
Well, it's okay. I have friends. In fact, one of them drove me here right now. He's really very kind.
He?
His name is Cristian Vega.
The same Cristian Vega that I saw on television?
They let you watch television?
Yeah, I earned some privileges for my work in the prison laundry. But I saw Cristian Vega on Access Landview after he had been arrested for assault.
Oh, Vimal, I'm sure that's a misunderstanding. He's really very nice.
Is he? The program also mentioned that he holds the title Landview's Best Arms.
Oh, Vimal, come here. Don't be jealous. Christian's just a friend, okay? Everybody needs friends. Even you. Is there anyone here you can talk to?
Well, some have tried, but I don't think they have my best interests at heart. So, tell me more about this Cristian Vega.
Sorry, I didn't mean to pry, but when I saw Natalie's name, I know you broke into the lab and made a copy of her DNA results. You held it over her head for a
Yes,
long time.
I know, and I regret that, but I wasn't well then, and I'm much better now.
I hope so. But if you are, why are you still carrying those around in your purse?
Oh, it must seem strange to you that I still have these results, but it just kind of, it's like a safeguard, to remind myself.
Of what?
What I'm capable of.
Visiting hour's over, ma'am.
All right, baby. I'll see you soon, okay? I love you.
I hope that next time I see you, I can put my hand on your belly and feel our child. Being here, it's worth the sacrifice, Rama, if it means I'm going to give our baby a better life.
Yes, you are, baby, okay? I love you. I'll see you later. Bye.
Mr. Vega, Rama tells me that you two are friends. Just keep Landview's Best Arms off my wife. All right? She's in a delicate condition.
What was that about?
That's just Vimal. He thinks I'm very fragile. Shall we?
Maybe we should stay out of each other's way for a little.